ask some people some basic human rights questions, specifically surrounding the LGBT community, or the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered community. These are some of the responses we received.
Corporations and their support are key to LGBT rights moving forward, period. When corporations are a role model and share with their employees the same values and outcomes are trying to reproduce around the world, it shows that on a corporate level, responsibility for accepting and being inclusive. And that's just the first step, as we really do rely on our corporate partners to help us get there.
Well, I think supporting the L Games is basically kind of an extension of supporting your staff. If you respect your staff and their values and their issues, and if you have LGBTQ staff, then I can't see why there is quite a clear opportunity for any organization to be able to say, these are our staff and we want to celebrate.
I think any good corporate leader, anyone that employs people in the city that the Out Games are hosted, anybody that supports the community, which the corporation kind of does business, I think that it behooves them to play a leadership role by investing or supporting in any way that they can, whether it's through volunteers, through funding special projects, any way that they can show support for the community and for a big event. And that's what corporate citizenship and good corporate citizenship is all about.
I heard a lot about it on the news, and people don't really choose the way they're born, and I think it's really unfair to people like because of the way you are. I think it should be like taught about in schools, and people should be more free about their choices and less harassed because of the way they are.
Well, I don't think any youth should be bullied because they were gay. As a gay man myself growing up, I stayed in the closet a lot through high school because I was afraid of people bullying me for being gay. I think the youth should be able to be out, should be able to be who you are. I think bullying should not be acceptable in any school setting, in any
It happens once, it hurts. So I think the biggest thing that we need to do is add more education. Not in the sense of like constant bombardment of information, but just in the sense of like just talking about it in casual conversations where we go, what is sexual orientation? What is the impact of bullying? You know, why do we treat people differently when they're different? And just understanding where that comes from. That way, you know, a lot of people can look at how they treat other people and understand why they do it without, you know, shaming them into feeling like, I'm such a horrible human being because I accidentally said that's gay. But just going, okay, why do you say that and should you be saying that? And that, I think that would have a really helpful impact and also breed more outlets.
Absolutely, I do. I think marriage is an evolving institution. Just the other day at the church, I'm a minister, we had a same-sex blessing in the morning, and then in the afternoon had marriage people who'd been previously divorced. Well, a long time ago that wouldn't have been able to happen, but I think it's wonderful that people who are divorced can remarry. And in the same way, I think it's great that same-sex couples who want to put their lives together in a faithful, long-term, committed relationship should have all the benefits of marriage and the opportunity for a great party with their family and friends.
That should be allowed. My best friend just got engaged, and he's gay. And he is like the most amazing person ever. And he's like the nicest person, the most like kindest person to everyone. And they're amazing people. They help each other out. They're the same as everyone else. So yes, I do.
I think everybody has the right to love who they want, regardless of sexual orientation or identity. It's anybody should have the right to marry who they love, and that should be respected.
Well, that's a great question because I think it's really important that families know that they can be doing serious damage to any child if they don't recognize that they might be gay or lesbian, right? Parents need to be proactive about teaching kids about gay issues so that they know that they're going to be fully accepted, whatever they turn out to be.
Well, at one point, in all the years that I've worked, whether I worked in the government or worked with the community at large, it was always suppressed. People didn't talk about it, or they just ignored it. If there were issues, they just shoved it aside. In this day and age, I can see great strides of progress what the upcoming generation does address.
I think it's a very important program to have. I know that Roaming in particular does have an LGBT diversity program. There's a variety of individuals involved from Roaming that do get involved in programs and trying to make awareness. The big thing is awareness, and just for the purpose of equality and understanding people's different needs, because different diversity groups have different needs, and just trying to make it a better place for everybody.
You know, I think I work in healthcare, so there is a lot of programs and education there already. But I think what we really need to see is it sort of spread out and sort of open and easy access. You know, they provide a leaflet, that leaflet maybe is like inwards versus way off-site. It's not really easily readable or accessible to members. I think we really need to build it into the new hire packages, sort of all the education around equality and equity groups, all equity groups, just not LGBT groups.
I think the employer should have programs to support people of all different, that participate in all different areas, whether it would be a gay couple, lesbian, the same sex, different. I mean, that's an organization that you want to belong to, because then they believe people are people, regardless of what your preferences are.
It's through corporations like RBC who not only support but promote diversity in their companies and communities that we truly